So here we are discussing another topic of biochemistry, that is proteins. So what is the meaning of word protein and from where it is taken? So the word protein is taken from Greek language, which first means first. Alright, so protein is a Greek word which means first. So it is a macromolecule that is the essential part of our cell, and like it is very important for the human body. Essential part of cell, and it is very important for the human body. All right, it is composed of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, uh, sulfur, and phosphorus. All right, it is carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus. Rarely of phosphorus. Alright, so here it is composed of this compound. So now it is basically the polymer of amino acid. Now what is the meaning of polymer? Polymer is basically something that is composed of monomers. Now what are composed of monomers, right? So now what are monomers? For example, here let me give you the example for this. For example, these are small pieces. When they combine together, they make a large one. Alright, so when we break this large one, so it will be converted into these pieces. So here these are basically the monomer, and talking about this large compound, so here it is polymer. Alright, this is clear to you. So now let's talk about, so the introduction is clear to you. Now let's talk about the types of protein. So basically there are 5 types of protein. Let me write it here. So you can learn it by like this: B, A, P, A, N. Alright, so what is the meaning of this B, A, P, A, N? B for basic, A for acidic, P for polar, A for aromatic. Talking about N, so it means non-polar. It means non-polar. Alright, so now we know that like in every textbook there is written the essential and the non-essential protein. So yes, these are basically the part of this polar. This polar divided into two: essential and non-essential. Essential and non-essential. Alright, so now what are essential proteins and non-essential? So essential are the proteins that are very important for our body, but our body cannot synthesize this. Alright, so we take it from the outside. Very important, crucial for human body, but it cannot be synthesized by body, so we take it from outside. Alright, so these are very important for our human body, but our body cannot synthesize this, so we take it from outside. Like we do eat something, the meal that contain protein. These are 10 in numbers. These are also 10 in numbers. So these are also 10 number, right? So these are also crucial for body, but our body can make them. Okay, so don't think that non-essential here basically means that it is not important. Not at all. It is also important, but here non-essential basically means our body can synthesize itself inside the body. Like you don't need to take it from outside. Alright, I hope this is clear to you, the protein and the type of proteins. Alright, so now let's go with the monomer, the polymer of protein, that is amino acid. Okay, so now here we are discussing the monomer of amino acid, that is the monomer of proteins. Alright, so amino acids are basically building block of protein, building block of protein. As I gave you the example, they are like the small pieces. When we combine together, then they make a big compound, and then we break it, so they are going to be converted into this same. Alright, so now the amino acid are basically composed of amino group. Here amino group is NH2, and it is composed of, right, carboxylic carboxylic group, that is basically COOH. Alright, now they are like, as I told you, they are essential and non-essential. So 10 are essential amino acid, essential, that's very important, and 10 are non-essential. Okay, so now talking about the general formula for amino acids. So general formula for amino acid is R. Let me draw it from another marker so you can get it properly. For example, it's R. I'll explain you what is R. H, it's NH2 and COOH. So this has already been discussed by me, and like we have already studied this. It is carboxylic acid, group. This is amino group. Okay, so here it is composed of amino group. Here R represent alkyl radical. And what are alkyl radical? They are basically the derivatives of alkane, as we have already discussed. Alright, and here it is hydrogen. So I hope this structure is clear to you. So now let's talk about some of the structure here as well. Like now let's talk about, so these amino acids are combined together by peptide linkage. Okay, so let's draw a structure for amino acid and let's see how is the peptide linkage formed here. Alright, so just give me a minute. Alright, so here I'm drawing the structure first, then I'll be explaining you. Hydrogen is here, hydrogen. Alright, so here it's double bond and here is OH. Tongue one, we need to draw the same here, H, H, and C, H, H, double bond O, and OH. Now what we need to do is we need to create a peptide linkage here. So what we'll do, we'll combine them like here. So you can see here, when we'll combine this C and H, so it will make a water molecule, right? So by this water molecule, now let's see another like the modified structure of it. H, H, C, it's R here, alkyl radical, it's H, carbon, double bond O. Here I'm talking this writing this structure, then N, this is N here, here we have H. Alright, now here we have to draw C, H is here, here will be alkyl radical, hydrogen, it's hydrogen, double bond O and OH. So now see, here these will be formed, and here this linkage will be known as peptide linkage. It is peptide linkage, or you can say the peptide bond. So here let's discuss some of the fact about proteins. So protein contain, I'm writing here, protein contain 60 to 60,000 amino acid. Alright, so now talking about okay, so now talking about the weight of amino acids. So it is basically 4,300 to 50 million Dalton. So basically this is the unit in which we measure the proteins. Alright, Daltons, and 1 Dalton is equal to 1 AMU. And what is AMU? AMU is atomic mass unit. One more thing about protein that I would like to tell you here is that 50% of dry cell weight is of protein. Like the cell that are present in the human body, the dry weight of 50% of the cell is of protein.